Hi guys, HC65MA here, and in this video I want to show you the capabilities of new Simchair MKIII reinforced cyclic gimbal. So I want to show you its latest features that I have just added, and I want to show you its precision with them. So I have made a few changes since I have posted the assembly manual, because I felt that the gimbal was not absolutely perfect because of two things. I wanted to add the adjustable spring holders, because springs can be slightly different, depending on how you mount the gimbal. If you mount it like here in Bow 407, if you mount it under the chair, the weight of the stick will actually push the gimbal down, so it will be off center, even if you have centered it perfectly. So obviously we needed some way to recenter it, to tighten the springs. So I have added the adjustable spring holders. The picture will be posted under the video. And another interesting change is the adjustable cyclic stick frame for IKEA Gundi chair. I have redesigned it to to be more rigid, because the original version it turned out that bolts will generally turn underload. So I have redesigned frame parts, so the stick will be rigid, and the parts won't turn relatively to each other. So this new at first I have been trying this new gimbal with the removable cyclic stick frame, and at first it was fine, but then after I have been flying for a while, like a couple of weeks, I noticed that some additional backlash has developed in between the gimbal stick connector and the stick. I didn't like it, so I felt that we needed some other better option for those of us who don't remove cyclic all that often, or have a dedicated sim pit. So I designed the new bolt-on cyclic frame. It can still be removed quite fast. It only uses 3 nuts to to connect to the stick connector. Yet you need to wrenches to remove these nuts. So it's not as plug and play as the previous one. Yet for this slight inconvenience, you get a perfect precision, and that's what I want to show you guys. The controls next plane are at 100% linear. no stability augmentation. The Simchair firmware sensitivity setting is 100% as well, so extreme precision mode is disabled. Just a regular linear cyclic actually not the best takeoff because we've been sitting on a slope. I have to say, guys, that I have been flying in VR lately, and it's much better than flying with a monitor. Obviously I'm filming this with a monitor because obviously no one likes looking at you know, weird VR windows when watching videos. So an interesting thing is that I have a big 40-inch 4K monitor, and flying in VR on my smartphone with iVRU application still feels much better than, you know, flying with the monitor, even though the monitor itself is much better than the smartphone. It's a great experience. If you have a decent Android smartphone, I strongly advise you guys to try it, because it really changes everything. So you can see that although it's quite windy now, I can hover very steadily, and I'm in full control of the chopper. I have to make constant adjustments with cyclic because of the wind. Yeah, a cool spot to sit on. I'm not sure about our rudder clearance though, but let's try. We're fooling around anyway, so damn it, where is this place? Ah, here it is. I have also fixed the small bug with force trim, and removed a few old and deprecated configuration options that were you know, conflicting with newer stuff. Yeah, it's quite tight in there. I'm not sure it's a good idea to try to vent in such places, but it's a precision test, so damn it. Fuck, it's... Yeah. Well, we picked a good spot, so that's cool. It has a slope though. Okay, then let's try taking off. By the way, I've been flying with this gimbal for about a month already, so you can see how precise it is, and it holds together. I've been trying to break it, trying to, you know, different configurations of springs, but the design seems really strong, and I like it a lot because I wanted to make something almost indestructible, unlike the original Simchair MKIII gimbal, which was you know, a lot more light, simple, and you know, kind of brittle compared to this one. It's fine though, you can still use it if you like, but I advise you guys to try this one. The fourth stream feature is really epic. For example, I will show you now. Let's start flying somewhere. So let's say I'm flying in cruise mode. Here. So I have laid on my course, and I intend to be flying straight and level for a while. So now I have to center the bow, and I have to hold cyclic in certain position. So what I can do is I can set everything to the desired position and press the fourth stream button. Then I release the controls, and now physical center of my controls corresponds to the position where I wanted to be, where I wanted them to be. It works especially good when you use 80% sensitivity setting of the firmware, the extreme precision mode, because you know, in this video I'm using the maximum precision and linear sensitivity setting for maximum sensitivity setting and linear access setting, so I can show you how precise the gimbal is, although it has springs. It has springs that can center full-scale cyclic. Quite strong springs. So you know, not every plastic joystick springs can center a full-scale cyclic. So at any given moment you can just press the trim button, and for example I want to trim it right now. Press the button, I return everything to the center, and my helicopter is retrimmed for landing. So pretty cool. It's very similar to how it works in a real helicopter, except for obviously in a real helicopter you don't have to release the stick and wait for it to center, but it's a minor inconvenience, especially in VR. Yeah, nice spot. So we're descending carefully to avoid getting into vortex ring. Let's pretend that X-Point developers finally fixed it. I'm not sure if they are, haven't tried it yet, but Okay. So the sync is pretty good, and I will be releasing the corrections to the assembly menu in a couple of days. I recommend you guys to try and build this sync because it's inexpensive, it's quite easy to build, takes something around an evening, you know, to complete, and it's really cool. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys.